This is video 52 of my Empire Total War United Provinces campaign that I'm playing on hard. It's the start of summer of 1710. Doing the usual thing, making sure that we're stealing research. Unfortunately, there's nothing available for that gentleman to steal from there. Eventually we might have to go back to our own university and help with our own research, of course, but for now what we're going to do is take a look at Westphalia and see what they've got there. I'm pretty sure when I looked at tech checks of different nations, like you can do through the diplomacy button and trade tech, you can see what people have got. I'm pretty sure that Westphalia have, and yes they have, they've got a spinning jenny there, so we'll have that from them. Okay, just checking on what was stolen. Seasoning has been stolen from the Brits. We now have the ring bayonet and the grenades as well. I'm going to go for the military syllabus. It automatically goes on to the next tech one that it thinks that it should give you. I obviously don't want that, so I'm going for the military syllabus. Then we can go for better barracks, better troops, and eventually, of course, the much wanted socket bayonet. That's the one I'm aiming for most of all. Struggling because of the quality of the buildings we've got. We haven't really been able to afford to build anything better yet. We're limited in the tech that we can actually research, and so I'm going for improved animal husbandry. Okay, just looking at the troops that I've got in the vulnerable areas, doing the usual thing there, taking as much out of that area as I possibly can, so that the French have to spend a lot of money replenishing it. As usual, I'm fading these out so that you just see the first one of them. There you go. They've been in there about 10-15 times each or whatever, you know, to totally ruin those buildings. I often think people watching these videos for the first time will wonder what's going on, so unfortunately I repeat myself for those that know that this happens every turn. You know. Basically I'm just trying to damage his economy as much as I can by moving my infantry unit in and out and in and out and in and out. Just checking on Westphalia there, sorry, not Westphalia, Alsace-Lorraine. You can see there that it's underproducing. It's the Rhineland, it should be producing much better than that. We've got some damaged buildings in there, but now we've sorted out the rebellion we can tax Alsace-Lorraine, so we can repair those buildings, and that should give us a decent income. Now if you look on there now, just look on the top bar there that I'm looking at, you can see there, what is it, 800 that we're going to get per turn from there. That shows you, you remember how it was before, it showed only 2 areas of production, now there's about 8 up there. So that's a significant improvement there for Alsace-Lorraine. It's not worth repairing buildings until you can tax the place, you know, it's just costing you money to do something that's going to reap you no benefit whatsoever. So I just wait. That's me speeding this bit up, because all I'm doing is embarking the troops and then taking them over to the Gulf of Mexico. If you remember, the Gulf of Mexico was where I landed what I'm now going to call an expeditionary force, because it got a severe hammering from a force that came out from Mexico towards me. Just a quick check on Cuba there. I'm sorry that was so quick. It's just to check that everything's okay in Cuba. I had checked it on the previous turn, so that's fine anyway. Trinidad and Tobago and various other places in the Caribbean have very limited numbers of troops, and some of them aren't very settled, so I need to check that out every now and again. Okay, can't really see what's in Mexico. I haven't got anything close enough. just do my beachhead really. Here we are in Ceylon, just checking the tax levels as I normally do, making sure all's well. Nothing's attacked me there yet. And believe you me, I have said before now, I know, I'm sorry to repeat myself, but you can suddenly find that somebody attacks you there and takes Ceylon off you. Just checking the ministers now. Yep, we'll kick that one, and we're going to get a better one. Yep, and we have done. And that should improve our income as well for next year. Now I'm going to go through Great Britain and France's moves. This is the end of summer 1710, so we've had around about 20 turns now. We're approaching obviously the winter of 1710. There's another French brig sneaking out of the English Channel somewhere. I wonder where they're all going. They've obviously found some little loophole there where they can get through, and they're going all the way around Britain, and God, I don't know where they're going south of France, maybe Spain, or I've really no idea where they're going. I'd like to find out, because there might be a French fleet. So I know I've just seen one there, but that will have been raised in the south of France. I might in future send a force down there in the south of France and just knock out that port. Anyhow, here's the Spanish coming out of Mexico, and they've gone and attacked Britain, which is nice because mine is still on the ships. So the British have sorted some of them out for me, which is very kind of them. Thank you very much, the Brits. And the Brits didn't march on Mexico either, which is great news for me. Okay, so we're now in the winter of 1710. Right, you'll note the spinning jenny has been stolen. Oh, we're going to look to what we can steal this time. You remember we only moved in last year, well last turn, to take the spinning jenny, and we've got it after only one turn, which is good news. We're stealing 4-field crop rotation, so that's the one that they've got available. Just improve our agriculture, improve our income. Okay. Okay, we're going to steal the sextant from the British. That gives us some extra movement on our ships. Yeah. We're just checking on other tech progress now. Everything's going okay. Yeah, the sextant gives us an extra movement of our ships, so that sloop that I had that brought troops in from Cuba fell slightly short with the sextant. It could well have arrived there all in one go. So it could have gone from Cuba to the Gulf of Mexico, possibly to the port there, and sent the troops all the way up to Mexico in the same turn, which would have been rather nice, wouldn't it? The British are very good at the naval research, so that's why I take from them. Again, here we are, going into this building several times, over and over and over and over and over and over again, in order to reduce it. We're going to do the same here again. He was building something new there in that farmland or whatever. It's always good to hit something that's being built new, because it costs him a load of money to build something. And if you destroy his new build, then you've obviously taken a lot of money out of his coffers. The idea is to damage the French economy. It's good to have a weak neighbour. One thing I will tell you about this game is if you destroy all the people around you, then others just declare war on you. So it's sometimes good to have weak people on your border. Okay, as we can see, Alsace-Lorraine now has decent, a fairly decent income coming in. There's not much money available at the moment, but Alsace-Lorraine is becoming quite valuable to me now. So, especially now I've replenished those buildings as well. So I'm going to up the troops there a little bit. Okay, this has been video 52, and I hope to see you again in video 53 shortly. That's after I've upgraded the troops in my capital as well, or rather replenish them a little.